Kia ora guys, Tu here reporting for the NZIFBB, and it's my pleasure and honour to be chatting with the president himself, Moe El Mousawwi, the man behind all the success of the NZIFBB. Sold out shows, giving away pro cards, chances for athletes to go overseas. It's the biggest and best it's ever been. Since you took over presidency, everybody's talking about that. How do you feel about that, Mo?
Really proud. I had the vision to, improve this federation or take it to the next level, and that's always been my aim. And it's been a tough 4 years, but when you see the results, you just keep going. And I love what I'm doing.
You stepped on stage at Mr. Olympia, top 10. You gave your life to the sport. You did everything it took to get to the elite level. You are now here in New Zealand, which is an honour for us. You are passing on that knowledge, everything you have experienced, to people like us. You give your blood, sweat and tears, money out of your own pocket. Why do you do this?
I fall in love with the sport since I was a kid. And when you grow up loving something, you just grow old with it. So I'm at a stage where I'm enjoying myself with what I have, passion and love to the sport. And since I've achieved almost everything I wanted in the sport, it's time for me to achieve it in a different way. And that's throughout the federation, throughout young guys like yourself and young ladies who wants to make that success that I've actually reached in my life. I want to see more athletes make it to Mr. Olympia and Miss Olympia. I want to see more athletes start their own business and create a kingdom for themselves. All this gives me the pleasure of continuing. I know it's a lot of work. I've got a business that takes so much out of my time.
Yes. You're working 24/7. You actually don't sleep.
24/7. I got my family, my kids, but yet, I'm still managing. That's only because I love what I'm doing.
You've also got hundreds of other kids, the athletes here. Who do you see potential in? Let's start with men's physique. Leading into the nationals, it's a massive lineup, the biggest lineup we've ever had. Some amazing physiques. Who do you see potential in going to the Arnolds, getting that pro card? What are your thoughts?
You probably can't name names, just to be fair to everyone else who would be competing. And in reality, sometimes you might have somebody in mind that he will be able to crack it, but in the same time, someone else comes on the day in a better shape and takes it.
Yeah.
And we've seen that in Wellington. Sam Andrews came from nowhere and really was very pleasing, incredible genetics. The guy was just on the money.
Yeah.
And I had no clue this guy existed. Leading to the nationals, you always have the guys who won the overalls in every show on the top of the list, if they can bring the same game they did when they won.
Yeah.
Whether they do or they don't, it's their job. They're all looking forward to the nationals. I'm sure they're doing their best, and I'm sure it's going to be a huge battle.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, from my position, we're expanding the exposure for these people. So we're doing what we're doing with you, Tamahe. But in the same time, I'm also expanding the opportunity for these guys to make it. So this year, we are given 2 pro cards, and better than all the other years, obviously. 2 pro cards for the guys. Yep. We are giving the second place getters a chance to go to the Arnold. We might invite a couple other guys as well, who looks decent enough. So there are at least 4 guys who will be going to the Arnold. In the men's physique, 2 or 3 girls in the bikini, 1 or 2 girls in the figure. We're creating a big team to go to the Arnolds, and it's going to be a good year.
You are taking risks. You've forked out a lot as far as resources and money goes. Do you think the risk will pay off?
You know what? I think the risk is paying off. Yeah. We have seen the results in the last few shows. Almost every show we've had on in the last few months sold out. We are following a smart way of marketing the federation. We're doing the right steps where all the athletes are getting attracted towards the federation. I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is, and I've been doing it, and I don't think it's a risk. It's more having the vision. If you put the right investment in the right place, it's just going to produce the right things, and it's coming through. Yep. So I'm very pleased.
Absolutely, the results speak for themselves. Sold out shows. It's really attracting a lot of attention in the mainstream audience. Everybody now wants to look good, feel good, have abdominals, be able to wear a bikini, and this seems to be the perfect fit for the general public.
Definitely. You know what? I'm really proud of introducing the men's physique and bikini to New Zealand. I remember 4 years ago when I started the bikini class, a lot of people were making fun of me, you know, like what's this guy trying to do? Yeah. But I saw the vision, and I realized that young girls don't have to have huge muscles and, you know, work years and years to achieve a bikini body, and they can actually, you know, be competitive in that class. And I worked hard on it in the last 3 years, and my God, this year it's taken over. Yeah. I mean, we have gotten at least 50 to 60 girls who look incredible on our stage this year. Yeah. We've got over 200 men's physique. It's just about, you know, realizing that giving the opportunity to everyone to make it is the way to go. Yeah. We are genuine. We have genuine approach towards the sport. We're not in it for money. We're not in it for any other than the sport itself. You know, a lot of other people might be interested in making a business out of this. I'm not.
But your attitude, even with bodybuilding, you started from nothing. You started from a humble beginning. You built your way up with incredible motivation, sacrifice. You gave your life to get to where you were on that Olympia stage. Do you approach the NZIFBB with a similar mindset?
Definitely. You know, my mindset towards business, towards my bodybuilding, towards my family, toward my friendship, it's all the same. You know, I am very aggressive in succeeding. Yeah. I am straightforward. I can see the next step and I take it. I will not just jump. And with the NZIFBB, you know, my goal is to make it the one and only one federation in New Zealand where all athletes are getting what they want. It is not about, you know, the IFBB just taking over in New Zealand. The only reason why I am involved with the IFBB, and I've always been involved since I was 16, is the fact, you know, the IFBB is the only federation in the world that you can actually have something with them. You can succeed, you can create a future, you can create a business, you know. You don't hear someone from other federations making it to an awesome position in life, you know, a great sponsorship or a great cover in a magazine, or, you know, none of that stuff. As a matter of fact, we just watched the Generation Iron, you know, the new movie. And funny, like a lot of people from different federations, they all look up to the IFBB guys, you know, to Mr. Olympia. The IFBB in New Zealand is on its way to be the only federation in New Zealand. Yep. And I'm in it purely to fulfill a lot of dreams. I want to fulfill a lot of dreams. I want to see more guys and girls step on that stage and have the same feeling I had when I stepped on the Mr. Olympia stage. Yeah. There's nothing in this world can be more worthy than being on that Mr. Olympia stage for an athlete. Yeah. So you'll be seeing that. Hopefully by next year you'll see 1 or 2 people on that stage from New Zealand.
You're an incredible ambassador for the sport of bodybuilding. You're an amazing president. Everybody has talked about you and said how respectable you are and how you give your life to this sport. So we all just thank you so much for being such a great president and for bringing the NZIFBB to where it is today. And may it continue. So thank you so much. The president of the NZIFBB, Moe El Mousawwi, top 10, Mr. Olympia. Cheers, bro.
Thank you, Tomei.